Hello, Gavin here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a couple of pedals from Kalavera FX. We're looking at a couple of pedals from Kalavera FX. They're a pedal company out in Canada, making handmade pedals, often hand painted enclosures as well, like these limited run pedals they did, which is really cool. They're all numbered and you see what batch they came from, and it's really cool having something that's 100% unique with the painted enclosures, so I really like that. The pedals we have today are the Delirium Fuzz, which you can get in a standard enclosure from them, but this is one of the hand-painted versions that you had available on Reverb recently. And as well as that, we have the Rokan Boost, which is a really nice boost overdrive style pedal. And I found that both these create really unique sounds with the bass guitar, both on their own and when you pair them up, and depending on whether the boost is going into the fuzz or the fuzz is going into the boost. At the start of the video, you heard the boost running into the fuzz, which was a really nice synthy sound played on the P bass. But there's a lot of other sounds that these pedals can make when combined and on their own. So we're going to look at them on their own first. First up, we're going to look at the Rokan Boost. The Rokan Boost is a simple pedal, one control knob, which basically gives you more. More volume, more gain. This isn't your typical clean boost. This is quite a driven sound on its own, and in fact in the clip you're about to hear I'll be playing my Squier 54 jazz bass with a pick through this on its own, and it creates a nice old school drive sound. Like most drive pedals that aren't designed for bass, it does lose a little bit of bottom end, but that's not really a big deal. I've been able to add that back in with the Eden WTDI preamp, just boosted the low end a little bit, and it's just a great sound. So let's listen to how this sounds on its own in the next clip. Next up, we'll look at the Delirium Fuzz. This has got a bit more going on. This is based on a silicon fuzz face, but they've done a few of their own wee tweaks to it, and it's a really nice sounding pedal. I've actually never owned a fuzz face before, so it's really cool for me to have one in my setup now. The controls are pretty self-explanatory: fuzz, volume and tone. The fuzz is going to give you more gain, and in fact on all the clips you've heard with this and the Rokan Boost paired up and this on its own, the fuzz has been set about there for all of them. Let's have a listen to the fuzz control on its own, just sweeping it, so you can hear how much range it actually has, because it is a very versatile control. as you'll have heard, it's got a lot of range in its sound. But we'll also have this bass cut switch, which I didn't use today because I don't really want to lose bottom end with my bass tone. But if you're using this on guitar, or if you want to have like a clean and a driven sound in parallel, that's a really useful thing to have. So let's listen to how this will sound on its own, and I think we'll listen to this one on a jazz bass with flatwounds. If you're after classic fuzz face tones with a bit more flexibility, this is a really cool fuzz. But as I said before, we've heard both of the pedals on their own now, and we've heard the boost running into this. But if you run this into the boost, something really special happens. It's quite glitchy with a bit of a synthy vibe, but really subby, particularly if you play really lightly. If your picking dynamics are really light, you'll get this massive subby sound. So let's have a listen to that. Safe to say I really enjoyed using these pedals. Both are very different obviously, one being a boost drive and one being a fuzz, but when you pair them up, even switching the order they go in, they create a lot of really great sounds, especially when you consider that's 4 drastically different sounds without changing any of the settings. Kalavera have definitely made a couple of really great pedals here. It's really nice seeing the hand painted enclosures as well, it's a little bit special having that. And they just sound great, so highly recommend checking these out. This is of course just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you thought about these pedals, so let me know in the comments section what you thought, what your favourite sound example was, and if you've got any questions about these pedals, please ask that in the comments. I'd love to answer your questions and see what you all thought. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe down below. Click the bell icon so you can see more content when it comes out. And until next time, keep working on those bass faces.